Hey guys, today we have some No Man's Sky gameplay. What is No Man's Sky? Let me give you a quick rundown because it can be a little complicated. On the surface, the way I would describe No Man's Sky is Minecraft mixed with Astroneer and Elite Dangerous. It can be grindy at times, but also relaxing at the same time. If you have heard about No Man's Sky, it's probably nothing good, I assume. The game had a rough launch, and many players felt they were lied to when it came to the game's features and promises, and they were lied to in the end. Luckily, the developers got their stuff together and worked hard to release substantial updates to the game that have since turned it around for the better. As a matter of fact, if you were to ask the general gaming community what they thought about the game now, you'd probably hear about how much better the game is and how it's finally starting to live up to its initial expectations. Me? I've been hooked on the game since day one when it was released exclusively for the PS4. Even from the beginning, I never really thought it was a bad game, and I think that's because I was always skeptical of the developers' overly ambitious promises. Now, that's not to say I wasn't on the hype train for a bit, and I was excited, and really looking forward to the release, but like I said, I was skeptical, which helped me temper my expectations. It helped that I also followed the game through social media and heard and read from influencers who had hands-on time with No Man's Sky, so that definitely helped. But why? Why did I keep coming back to a game that, for a while, gamers love to hate? I'm getting some serious OG Destiny flashbacks right now. Well, I think it was because of a few factors. The first is the grind. You know, for being as impatient as I am, I'm kinda surprised that I actually enjoy the grind in games. As long as there's an end goal, of course. I enjoy spending hours collecting things, mining resources, and clearing out smaller enemies to slowly gain experience. I enjoy seeing the gradual progression leading up to that next milestone. Could that time be spent doing other fulfilling things in other games? Definitely. But having limited time to play games means that I have to spend most of that time on one game. Also, in a way, the grind is relaxing for me, which leads me to my next point. I keep coming back to No Man's Sky because it's such a laid-back game. At the moment, there's a long list of things to do in the game, but back in 2016, it was pretty bare bones. There wasn't much there to keep the attention and focus of today's short-fused gamers. Even so, I always felt at ease when playing the game. There was never a sense of urgency to get something done. The game didn't lock you out of certain areas or features just because you didn't advance enough in the story. No, No Man's Sky lets you take your time and do things at your own pace. Want to just farm resources for a few hours? Sure. Want to only play through one of the 3 possible storylines? Go ahead. Want to just warp between star systems looking for that perfect planet to finally build that awesome home base on? Do it. There's no rush. Hell, I stopped playing for a few months, and when I came back, I knew exactly where I had left off and what I was doing. All that time had passed and one thing remained the same. The biggest reason the game keeps pulling me back in to this day, and my final point for this video. The sense of excitement and wonder from exploration. No Man's Sky is special because it uses procedural generation for essentially everything in the game. What does that mean? Everything is randomly generated. Every planet, every creature, every weapon, every starship you come across is randomly generated by the game. That means you'll never land on the same planet twice or encounter the same creature. Now think about this. In a typical star system, there can be anywhere from 1 to 6 planets. I'm not sure what the limit to the planets are, but each planet has its own terrain, weather, flora, fauna, and resources. Planets are huge, like really huge. So big that you can spend your entire playtime on your starting planet just exploring. Keep in mind that each planet can have its own moon as well. Now factor in other planets in that star system. Here's the kicker. In No Man's Sky, there are currently over 18 quintillion star systems with their own sets of planets. Let me write that number down on screen for you. Not even the developers of the game know what's out there. It's that sense of wonder and awe that keeps me wanting to see what's around the next corner. Knowing that no one will ever see all of the planets in this universe is a crazy thought. Something else that's mind-blowing? With all the players in No Man's Sky, you will most likely never encounter another in your playtime by chance. you could discover thousands of planets yourself and no one would ever set foot on them. There's so much more to the game I haven't discussed, like base building, freighters, cooking, creature taming, underwater caves, exocrafts, glitch planets, etc. But I'll leave those topics for another video. Let me know what you think about the video and No Man's Sky in general in the comments. Thanks for watching.